Everyone, come out and welcome our new member. Oh wait, why are you shaking so much? Pause for a moment. This is exactly the biggest mistake most dog owners make. You might think walking the dog around the house, greeting everyone and immediately meeting the resident dog is a warm welcome. In reality, you are unintentionally causing them neurological panic. For a dog just uprooted from a familiar environment, being forced to process too many new sights, scents, and loud noises all at once results in severe sensory overload. This instantly triggers their natural defensive instincts. The real solution here is not noisy excitement. The only thing they need most right now is absolute stillness. So, what exactly does absolute stillness look like? And how do you do it without feeling like you're ignoring your new best friend? Here is the secret decompression protocol that professional trainers swear by. Instead of a grand entrance, bring your new dog directly to a quiet, designated safe zone, like a cozy crate or a blocked-off spare room. No forced cuddles, no intense eye contact, and absolutely no family introductions yet. Just leave them be. Why? Because a dog's brain needs up to 72 hours to flush out the stress hormones from moving. When you remove the pressure to interact, curiosity naturally replaces fear. But wait, if they are isolated in a quiet room, how and when do you finally introduce them to your resident dog without sparking a dangerous turf war? The exact method to bridge that gap will probably shock you, and it involves completely tricking their noses. To affix the panic, you must apply the decompression phase. This is a golden period for the dog's nervous system to rest and reset its equilibrium. This phase typically lasts from 3 to 7 days, but can extend up to 4 weeks for rescue dogs with psychological trauma. Provide a small, safe, and manageable space, like a quiet, gated room. Simply prepare a soft bed, a clean water bowl, and a chew toy to relieve stress. The core of this phase is the 3 no's rule. No visitors, no loud noises, and no stimulating factors. You just need to be quietly present nearby. Absolutely do not call their name, force interaction, or stare at them. Be patient and let the dog decide for themselves when they are ready to approach you. 3. Bringing a new dog into a home with a furry resident. Be careful. One small mistake here will instantly trigger territorial instincts and spark dangerous fights. The survival rule is to never let them meet for the first time indoors. Choose a neutral outdoor space, like a park or a quiet street. With a friend's help, execute the parallel walk strategy. Initially, walk them in the same direction while keeping a safe 10-meter distance. When you notice their nervous systems relaxing, slowly close the gap to 5 meters. Allow them to approach for a quick sniff, lasting 3 to 5 seconds. Then immediately keep moving forward. Absolutely never let them stand still and stare directly into each other's eyes. Finally, the golden rule when heading home. Always let the resident dog step through the door first. This simple action reassures your older dog that their territorial rights are still completely respected. 4. The first 2 weeks living together is an extremely sensitive period. Conflicts can erupt at any moment over food, toys, beds, or even your affection. The vital key here is active supervision. Intervene immediately when you notice the very first signs of tension, such as a stiff body or staring at the other dog. What if you have to work, shower, or cook? You must completely separate them using a gate or a crate. Most of the worst fights happen when the owner is absent. Above all, never shoo away or scold the resident dog when they hover near the new dog's area. Reverse their instincts. Instead of scolding, call and reward the resident dog with a high-value treat. This creates a positive neurological association, helping them realize that the presence of this new member brings wonderful things for me. 5. Here is the expanded content, seamlessly adding about 160 words to build upon your original advice regarding routines, feeding, and parallel activities. The first 2 weeks living together is an extremely sensitive period. Conflicts can erupt at any moment over food, toys, beds, or even your affection. The vital key here is active supervision. Intervene immediately when you notice the very first signs of tension, such as a stiff body or staring at the other dog. What if you have to work, shower, or cook? You must completely separate them using a gate or a crate. Most of the worst fights happen when the owner is absent. Above all, never shoo away or scold the resident dog when they hover near the new dog's area. Reverse their instincts. Instead of scolding, call and reward the resident dog with a high-value treat. This creates a positive neurological association, helping them realize that the presence of this new member brings wonderful things for me. In addition to active supervision, establishing a strictly structured daily routine is crucial for both dogs during this transition. Predictability significantly reduces canine anxiety. Feed them at the exact same times every day, but ensure they are in completely separate rooms or visual barriers to eliminate the risk of resource guarding. Never leave half-empty food bowls or high-value chew toys lying around in common areas. Parallel walking is another incredibly powerful tool during this introductory phase. Take both dogs on walks together in neutral territory, ideally with 2 separate handlers. Moving forward side by side allows them to share a common activity and absorb each other's scents without the intense pressure of direct, face-to-face confrontation. Finally, remember to carve out dedicated one-on-one time for your resident dog. Maintaining their regular playtimes and cuddling routines out of sight of the new arrival reassures them that their position in the family remains completely secure. Patience is your greatest asset. Taking these slow, deliberate steps lays the foundation for a harmonious, lifelong bond. Here is the English translation of your script, keeping the natural, emotional, and engaging tone suitable for a video or social media post. Welcoming a new dog into your home is a wonderful experience, but the integration process absolutely cannot be rushed. It requires patience and deep empathy from you. Today, I will share a magical 4-step roadmap to help your dog truly feel secure in their new home. But before we start, please take a second to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss our upcoming helpful videos. Day 1. Create a safe harbor. When first entering an unfamiliar environment, a dog's nervous system often falls into a state of overload. Prepare a private space for them with dim lighting and absolutely no noise. Keep them away from the hustle and bustle so their mind and body have the necessary quiet time to truly rest. Day 2. Weave the first threads of trust. Spend 5 minutes sitting silently next to your dog's area, holding a tempting treat in a loosely opened palm. This is a highly respectful invitation. Absolutely do not reach out or force it. Let the dog decide for themselves when to drop their defenses and approach you. Day 3. Expand the world. Observe your dog's body language. If you see them falling into a deep sleep, breathing steadily, and relaxing their body instead of curling up defensively, that is a fantastic sign. At this point, you can gently expand the barrier, allowing them to curiously explore their new space. Week 1. The power of routine. The most effective healing language is a strict and fixed daily schedule. Punctually repeating meals, walks, and rest times will continuously send a reassuring message. Don't worry, everything here is very stable and completely safe. If you found this roadmap helpful, don't forget to hit like and subscribe to support the channel so we can release even more high-quality videos. 7. The journey of welcoming a new four-legged member into your home is a long story of patience and deep empathy. Throughout this process, true love is not just expressed through warm cuddles or sweet words, but it absolutely must be accompanied by ultimate awareness. You need to be a keen observer to accurately recognize when your dog is successfully adapting and when they really, truly need professional help. You will feel an overwhelming sense of happiness when you see the very first signs of success. It is the moment you hear the joyful crunching sound of kibble as they start eating with a healthy appetite again, after days of skipping meals out of fear. It is when you peek into the corner of the room and see a small body sleeping deeply, breathing steadily, with their muscles completely relaxed, instead of being curled up defensively. All elimination habits also return to a normal, healthy rhythm. And then, the ultimate reward, the most magical moment of all, will happen. It is when your dog hesitantly steps forward, voluntarily nudging their cold, wet nose into the palm of your hand to ask for some pets. That humble body language is telling you, "Thank you. I trust you completely." However, this journey is not always covered in roses. Loving correctly also means you must bravely face the bad signs. The first is a medical warning. If the 72-hour mark has passed and your dog still adamantly goes on a hunger strike, refusing even the most appealing treats, or if they keep hiding deep in a dark corner or huddled under the bed and absolutely refuse to come out, please do not just sit there, hoping time will make things better. That is, in fact, a silent cry for help. At this point, the only thing you need to do is seek immediate medical intervention from a veterinarian to ensure they are not in physical danger. Besides that, we must pay very special attention to psychological warnings. There are dogs carrying extremely deep emotional wounds from their past, perhaps from abuse or abandonment. If you notice they are carrying a prolonged, endless fear, their tail constantly tucked tightly against their belly, their body trembling continuously, even when it's not cold, or worse, escalating aggressive reactions, baring their teeth and growling in sheer self-defense, even when you do nothing, please understand that, at this moment, your hugs or your boundless patience are no longer powerful enough. Their nervous system is severely traumatized and trapped in panic. You need to immediately seek professional intervention from a veterinary behaviorist. Never blame yourself or consider asking for an expert's help a failure. Reaching out for professional help is the most humane, courageous act, and the greatest love you can give them, helping to truly pull that fragile little soul out of the darkness. This brings us to the end of our journey in guiding a new dog through their overwhelming first days. Bringing a dog home is not just adding a pet to your ownership list. It is embracing a scarred life that desperately needs understanding. Always remember, A slow start, built upon complete stillness, is the absolute strongest foundation for a lifelong, deeply bonded love. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this entire video. If you found this knowledge helpful and believe it can save other dog owners from making heartbreaking mistakes, please do not hesitate to hit the like button, share this video, and subscribe to the channel so we can spread these positive values together. I wish you and your four-legged best friends a wonderful, peaceful, and incredibly happy new life together. See you in the next videos.